Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yaron, and I'm here with my colleagues Pauline, Mark on the computer, and Angela. And today we're going to be presenting a company called Get. So I'm going to take you right now to a whole different world. We're going to take you to the Philippines in Manila. And in Manila, we have a similar problem that we have in most of our large cities, and that is that there's too many cars on the road, there's massive traffic, there's gridlock that leads to a lot of pollution. And if you want to mitigate this traffic, you can try and use public transportation, which in Manila means that you're taking one of these. And this is a jeepney. And you might be wondering why there's so many people stacked into one bus. And that's because these drivers are getting paid on a per rider basis, not necessarily on a per route basis. So that means that these taxi drivers are trying to fit as many people as they can on a single ride because that's how they get paid. And what you get from there is a bunch of taxi drivers that are extremely competitive against each other. They're aggressive on the road because they're trying to put food on the table for their families. And along with that, what you have is customers that are having to ride on these types of taxis. It's not necessarily the most comfortable situation. And on top of all this, you have massive pollution in the country. So this is where our company comes in. And our company is Get, and their product is the Comet. And what the Comet is it's an electric-powered public transportation vehicle, and it's attempting to provide the Philippines with a mode of transportation that's both cleaner, greener, and more accessible for the entire population.
Okay, so around this wonderful electric vehicle, Get has built quite an ecosystem. So first of all, they partner with Pangea Motors that provides the vehicle. But then around that, they provide a lot of service in which we gathered into three pillars. So the first pillar will be the vehicle sales, where they provide financial service to buy the vehicle, while they provide basically the vehicle, and where they provide also where they are leasing the battery of the vehicles. Then the second pillar is the smart system management, where they offer a cashless ticketing system. They provide route traffic information, and where they can track also and they can make better route for the jeepneys. And then the third one, they implemented the media and advertising services. So if we look at the vehicle sales, we're going to present to you the revenue streams, because this is what speaks the most for this business model. So first of all, the transporters pays Get to get the vehicle. Then the transporter also have access to financial service to get the vehicle, and from which Get will get a financial interest. And at the end, they also lease the battery. They keep the property of the battery, and they lease it to the owner of the vehicle. Now, if we look at the smart management system, so before, as Yaron was mentioning, the customers were only paying the driver. There were no fixed price, and now the passenger have through one card a cashless ticketing system that is always the same price. Then Get redistribute the revenues to the transporters on a per route basis and not on a per customer basis, and they take a commission of 15% of those revenues. And then with the data that they collect from the use of the electronic card, they will provide the city and transporters smart services such as traffic management and route optimization. And the third thing is that they provide also media and advertising services, meaning where the jeepney is going to stop, they will sell some advertisement spots. And also there will be some specific spots inside the vehicles, and they will know what kind of people with their cashless ticketing system. Again, they will know what kind of people are inside the vehicle, and they will be able to do some targeted marketing inside the vehicle. Okay, so now we're going to go to the value proposition.
So now we're going to look at their value proposition for their customer, the bus owners. Yeah. So now this is the offer of the traditional diesel jeepney. We can see the cost, the profit, and the CPUV, which is the customer perceived utility value. And now this is the offer of Comet. We can see their optional cost is actually more than 50% less. And even with the lease of battery and management fee paid to the GET, the profit per ticket for the bus driver is still more than the before offer, for the former offer. And with a cashless payment, cleaner vehicles, and better route design and comfort offered to the passengers, so the CPUV is much higher than the former offer. Yeah, and now let's move to the finance part.
Yes, we are going to, thank you, take a look at the growth forecast. So in 3 years from now, there should be 20,000 comets in the road in Manila, leading to a revenue of $1.5 billion and to a return on capital employed of around 70% in 2018. This huge return can be mostly explained by the fact that in 2018 most of the revenue will come from advertising, which is very little capital intensive. The founders of GET already have in mind several promising ideas to further develop the business model. One of them consists of taking advantage of the customer data, and the other one consists of selling carbon allowances, thanks to the CO2 emission avoided with the comets. And on top of that, business opportunities have been identified in several countries, such as Sri Lanka, Nigeria, Peru, and Indonesia. That's it for the presentation of the business model. Now, if you have any question to ask.